this class. Well, let's begin with the class. And welcome back again. Let me share my presentation. Today we have a speaking activity. And let's begin. Okay, so before we begin with this interview, before I ask questions, we're gonna learn words. Let's start with the first activity. So guys, this verb is carve. Carve. You have the translation in Spanish, I think. Here, esculpir, carve. Did you understand? Because then you will use this verb. Okay? Did you understand? Carve.
Yeah.
Carve. It's amazing. Cincel, you say chisel. 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 You got it?
Chisel.
Chisel. Well, the sculpture uses the chisel to carve the marble. The marble, marmol. Okay? Any questions? Carve, easy peasy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, great. Remember, carve, because then you will use this verb. Next. A jack-o'-lantern. This is a jack-o'-lantern. It's a carved pumpkin. It's a carved pumpkin. So a pumpkin which is or which was carved by someone. Remember that you carve something. So someone carved a pumpkin. This is a jack-o'-lantern. Did you understand?
Why is Jack?
Is the name. It's like when you say, I don't know, Pepito. Why do you say Pepito all the time in Spanish when you make examples? I don't know. I just choose that name.
Okay.
This is a pumpkin, of course. And then you have here a pumpkin scoop. Pumpkin scoop. This is a pumpkin scoop.
Yeah.
In order to remove whatever, whatever is there, I mean, inside the pumpkin, you use a pumpkin scoop to remove whatever you can find inside of the pumpkin. Pumpkin scoop.
Pumpkin scoop. Cuchara para calabaza.
Of course, this is the pumpkin scoop. Then you have horns. You know horns? Horns. And of course, they are red. Look at the color. They are red. And this is a goofy smile. It's like a funny smile that you make when someone takes a picture. Say, hey, don't make a goofy smile. It's an important photo. And look at the dog. This is a goofy smile. Okay? Like goofy. Then we have the word caretaker. Caretaker. Caretaker is the person who takes care of you, your baby, your grandma, your grandpa. This is a caretaker. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Then we have embrace. Embrace, when you embrace, for example, in Peru, people embrace Halloween because Halloween is not part of the Peruvian culture, but Peruvians, they embrace this celebration, this holiday. Did you understand? Embrace. Adoptar, pero no de adoptar un hijo. Adoptar una cultura, una costumbre, una tradición. Embrace.
It's a subject, no?
No, embrace is a verb, es un verbo.
Verb. It's similar to holding?
Holding, hold, you say hold means celebrar y sostener.
Holding something.
Yeah, but remember, embrace, for example, I embrace, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day, because St. Patrick's Day is not part of my culture, but my family and I embraced that celebration. Adoptar una religión, adoptar una celebración, algo que no es parte de tu cultura, adoptas como apropiación cultural del mismo modo. Embrace. Okay? Sure. Then we have a headband. You know, this is a headband. Continue. A paintbrush. This is a paintbrush. Seats. Seats. Sometimes you can like have seats or eat seats. Be against. When you are against something means that you don't agree. You don't agree. For example, I am against Smoking in front of kids. I am against smoking, drinking alcoholic beverages in front of kids because this is about behavior. But I am in favor of teaching English since they are young. I am in favor of learning or teaching, I don't know, economy when they are in high school. I am in favor of helping people or helping, I don't know, the poor. Did you understand? In favor of and be against, like be in favor of. So now let's discuss this question. The first question is for Denise. Denise, have you ever carved a pumpkin? Are you there?
And microphone is off.
No, no, I have never
You
carved
have never
a
carved a
pumpkin.
pumpkin.
I
And why?
carved.
Why?
I don't know.
You
Here
don't
in the market there aren't any pumpkin.
there
Only
are any pumpkins here in your city, maybe. So you're in your city, they don't what?
They don't have or they don't produce
They
pumpkin.
don't produce
American
pumpkins. Ah,
American pumpkin. Oh, this different. Here Zapallo is different, right?
yeah, zapallo is different. But my
How do you
question is,
say?
zapallo, wait a minute. It's the same. Pumpkin, zapallo,
Same?
calabaza. Yeah, it's pretty the same. But there's a difference between calabacín. Calabacín is
Zucchini.
zucchini. Yeah, this is different. Zucchini.
But I talking about the pumpkin that used in USA.
This is
I
the orange pumpkin. Yeah.
Orange pumpkin.
In
I've
your city,
never
they don't grow.
carved. No.
They don't grow. And what about in your country? They don't, or they didn't, or they haven't what? That celebration, because in your city, do people celebrate Halloween?
They don't embrace that
Don't embrace?
holiday.
Really? Is that
In the
true?
country?
Uh-huh.
Some of the people I know.
Some of the people, right? They
But
embrace
I
the
don't.
celebration.
I don't embrace that.
But
Holiday.
okay. And are you against or in favor of that celebration?
I'm against
And
the
why are you
celebration.
against? Why?
Why?
Because I'm Catholic.
You are
I don't
Catholic.
believe.
You believe
Yes.
in what? You believe in?
I prefer to celebrate music.
Criolla music. Criolla music.
Criolla music.
Criolla music. Okay. And why do you prefer to celebrate Criolla music instead of like going to the park with your kids and ask for candies?
No, I don't like candies. And
Yes.
it's good for us because I am dentist. Is but it's related to the devil that
Devil.
celebration. So I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that. That's amazing. That's amazing. What about you, Jimmy? Have you ever carved a pumpkin?
No, because there is no the kind of pumpkin that there is in the United States.
Okay.
It's
In your
different.
city, there isn't or there aren't any what?
Any kind of pumpkins.
Any kind of pumpkins, of course, which are used where? In the
In the
in the
USA.
US, of course. Okay, next question for you. Jimmy, do you think that pumpkin carving can be considered artwork?
Yes, it's a art expression, no?
It
Because
is an art expression, of course.
because it's a it's a way that the people shows some kind of culture, no, related to this celebration.
To the celebration, to the celebration. I agree. Are there any piece of art in your country that involve plants, fruits, or vegetables?
Yes. Let me think.
Okay.
Art. Mm,
Or maybe,
Maybe about potatoes, no? For example, in the highlights, maybe some celebration use potatoes, or maybe
but,
the gastronomy, the Peruvian gastronomy, have inside the food have the piece of art, no?
maybe that's true. In the highland, right? In the highland.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Or
okay.
in general, the gastronomy, the Peruvian gastronomy is a piece of art.
In buffet,
In buffets, maybe
watermelon, melon, fruits,
they
all
create
kind of
something.
fruits. They create
Images.
like animals.
Skulls. I remember I went to
Ah,
play. A skull. They have a skull. Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. Next question. Denise, could you describe a memory that you have of learning something, maybe from a parent or a caretaker in the kitchen at your Microsoft?
I don't get it.
I mean, for example, a memory that I have learned something from my parent. Well, a caretaker. I remember when I was a child, a caretaker was taking care of myself or of me, of course. And this person taught me how to cook soup. I was turning 12 years old, and she was teaching me how to cook soup. This is a memory that I have of learning something. What about you?
About cuisine.
No, in the kitchen, maybe you did something there.
Mm, well, when I was a child, I
Mhm.
used to be far away to the kitchen.
Far away from the kitchen. Why?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Ah, you
Um,
didn't like it.
but I remember when my my grandmother cooked spaghetti with tomato sauce.
Oh, with tomato
Uh,
sauce.
I used to see how she prepared that dish.
That dish.
Uh, and it was amazing to see that because it was delicious. It was something different, and I like it so much.
Maybe with
Instead
maybe with
of
a
going
special
out
recipe.
to the restaurant,
Maybe
and
with a special recipe.
yeah, and natural food, natural ingredients.
Ingredients. Now,
Ingredients.
now I know that you have a kid, right? You have a kid.
Yes.
My question is your kid, listen the question, is your kid taken care of by a caretaker or by yourself?
By myself.
Ah, by yourself. Oh, of course. Oh, that's great. That's great. What about you, Jimmy? Thank you, Denise. I really appreciate it. Jimmy, what about you? Do you remember something?
Describe a memory that you have of learning something from a parent or take care in a kitchen. Yes, of course. For example, my mom, no? When I was a child, I
Mhm.
used to see how they cook, she cook
Uh-huh.
every day, and I like, the style that she prepared the meals. Yes, in the environment, I learned about this kind of art.
That's amazing, Jimmy. That's amazing. I would change this word environment. You say el ambiente, ¿no? Te gustaba el ambiente, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the environment is related to the ecosystem. You can say
Ah,
the mood, el ambiente, ¿no?
the
Cómo
mood.
nos sentíamos todos, the mood,
Okay.
okay? And when you have a style, you could say the way
The way.
he used to cook, the way, la forma, the way, el estilo, the way, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Next question, Denise, do you think that families in your country should embrace, because now you know this word, embrace Halloween?
No, I against Halloween.
You
Uh,
are against Halloween. Yes.
I am against
Uh,
Halloween.
okay.
I don't believe in that.
In
So
that celebration.
I against parents should embrace Halloween.
Okay, you are against teaching in general, ¿no? You are against, estás en contra de enseñar. ¿Quiénes? Los padres. You are against teaching kids the celebration, right?
Yeah,
And why?
only
Because this celebration
for
is, tell me,
this celebration is has to do with the devil.
has to do
So
with the devil, of course. I agree. I agree.
and also for the candies. You
Okay.
are going out asking for candies. On it's not good for your health,
For your dental or your
oral health,
oral health or hygiene, do you remember? Or hygiene, of course. Yes. And
hygiene.
And the last question, Denise, are you against celebrating globalized holiday, for example, Valentine's Day, Easter Day, or Christmas, or Halloween? Globalized
Mm,
holidays in general.
no, I'm not against
You're not.
celebrating globalized holidays. If the people feel excited and happy with that, it's okay for me.
It's okay for you. It's okay for you. How do you say siempre y cuando no afecte a
Uh,
otros?
provided that
Provided that
um, don't
celebration
affect others,
don't affect other
others.
people, or others. That's great. That's great. Okay. Next question here. Let's go here. Okay. Next word. Surround, guys. Surround means rodear. Surround. Okay. I want to surround the house because I am looking for my keys. I don't know how to enter, but I need to surround my house in order to find a hole where I could enter. You got it? Surround. Then we have the devil. The devil, it's like el diablo, el demonio, devil. Yeah, you mentioned this before. So now, guys, we have our activity, okay? In this activity, you have to describe the picture. You need to tell me what you can see, and I'm going to ask you different questions while you are speaking, okay? So let's start with Jimmy. Jimmy, please. What can you see here in this picture? Maybe you can explain how maybe these girls feel, who are they, what are they doing? Okay, 3, 2, go, Jimmy.
Well, and there are a family who members are a mother and two daughters. They are carve the pumpkin, maybe close to the day of Halloween. Um, they feels they feel fun because it's a kind of moment that they gathered and doing something together. Um, um,
Okay, okay. For example, what can you see in the background? In the background,
in the background,
okay, what can you
mm,
see in the background?
I see that the table.
The tables in the background.
Okay. In the background, there is the word Halloween.
There are some words and it says Halloween. Okay, what else? What else? In the background.
The background, curtain? How is it cortina?
A curtain, yes. Curtain, curtain, yes. And what else? What color is the curtain?
White.
It's white. On the left and on the right, what can you see but in the background?
On the right, in both of on the sides, there are two no, how is it?
Shelves? Shelf,
shelves, shelves that
shelves,
have
shelves. There are shelves, and in the shelves, what can
in
you
the
see there?
shelves, there are some pumpkins.
There
No,
are some pumpkins, of course, in the foreground. In the foreground. In
in
the
the
foreground, what can you see?
foreground. I don't get it.
Okay, this is in the background, and here in the foreground.
Okay. In the
In the
foreground,
foreground.
there is a table.
There is what the material is a woolen table, a carton table. The material, what do you think?
Okay. The first material is paper,
No, I
carton.
mean, you can say it looks like
It's
the
carton.
table is made of. It's made of what?
It's made of wood.
It's made of wood. On the table, what can you see on the table?
On the table, there is a piece of paper.
There is a piece of paper and some what?
And some pumpkins
And
and
some pumpkins with what?
with figures with a smile.
With a smile, but what kind of a smile? Do you remember the picture with the dog? Do you remember?
Jack or
Goo.
Goofy smile.
This is a goofy smile. Okay. Do you remember Goofy?
Yeah, the dog.
Okay. Yes, of course, goofy smile. And how do they feel? I mean, the girls, what do you think?
And they feel fun,
They might feel how? Maybe sad.
happy. They might feel happy.
They might feel happy. They might feel excited. Maybe excited about the celebration, right?
Yeah. About
Yeah.
doing that.
And
Doing
what
that.
is this girl doing? What is this girl doing?
He's carved the pumpkin.
She what else?
She's carving the pumpkin
She's carving the pumpkin with what?
with a spoon.
With a
Spoon.
with a pumpkin? A
Spoon.
scoop. A scoop. What else? What is that?
What
What are
is that?
those? What are those?
And there is a pencil? No.
And look at this. This is paint.
Pencil.
Paint. And this is
Um,
paint.
brushes.
Paintbrushes. Paintbrushes. One is a paintbrush, two paintbrushes. Of course. That's great. Maybe who is this person? Who is this person?
She's a man.
She is a mom or maybe
Taker.
a caretaker, of course. What about her clothes? What is she wearing? What is she wearing?
She's wearing horn.
She's wearing, but what is this? A
Headband
headband with two
with two horns.
red horns, of course. Of course. That's great. Thank you, Jimmy. Good job. Good job. This is your feedback. You did a great job, Jimmy, but let me check something. You say something like there are families. No, you say there is. Remember that you say there is uno, hay una familia. Did you understand?
Okay.
There is a family. No te confundas. Luego cuando yo te pregunté, me dijiste she is carving, they are carving, of course. They are carving or they carve. Ellos esculpen o ellos están esculpiendo, ¿ok? No es poco natural decir they feel fun. Puedes decir the activity. Carving the punky is fun, es divertido. Excelente verbo y muy avanzado, gather, que significa reunirse, juntarse. Muy buen verbo. And that's all, Jimmy. This is the feedback for this activity. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, wait a minute. Yes. Denise, do you want to give it a shot?
The same picture?
Of course, but in this case, I want you to guess. For example, look at this. Well, I think that she could be their mother. She looks like very young. I don't think so.
Mm,
This girl is having a great time with his younger sister. Maybe they don't spend too much time together, but guess, okay?
well, I think that the woman is a teacher
Oh, maybe the
because the background and there are a lot of pumpkins and it's not common to see that in a house.
where
Uh,
Where are they?
Students
No, where?
and a store
Okay, at a store or in a store?
at the store.
At the store. Ah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Continue.
Um,
Are they having
mm,
fun? Are they having a great time?
yeah, I think
Why?
it is the first class or the second because I see all the pumpkins are carved. Are carved.
Carved pumpkins. And what is the purpose, Denise? What is the purpose? What are they carving the pumpkins? Because
To celebrate Halloween.
to celebrate
And
Halloween? Yes, I know.
it's a thematic and it's
But
something that they embrace
okay, that they
for
embrace.
the holiday.
Okay.
And
And what about
so
this? This is different, right? This is different. This is different from this. Because why?
uh,
Why?
maybe
Continue.
that banking would be used
Could be used
for
for,
asking candies and
okay,
to
for
put inside candies. I don't know.
or another idea, you carve the pumpkins because you wanna make the pumpkin a what?
Pumpkin pie.
No, and then you put a light inside or a candle
Ah,
inside the pumpkin.
maybe for the decoration.
Yes, but how do we call a pumpkin that is used for decoration? And then you put a candle inside. Do you remember?
The jack?
A jack-o'-lantern. Do you know? Do you remember that word?
Jack-o'-lantern.
A jack-o'-lantern. Oh, of course, this is what we call. Let me show you. A jack-o'-lantern. That's great. And this one is a jack-o'-lantern. It's a carved pumpkin. Okay, and you put inside a candle.
Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern.
Lantern. So this is one of my answers, and you can analyze. Of course. You can understand everything because you know the words. Okay, and now let me show you a special tool that I'm using with my students. And I'm going to show you in real life. Do you remember that I explained how to use replica? Do you remember? Do you remember? ¿Se acuerdan de la réplica? Yes, sure. Today we will practice. You can practice. You can speak or you can talk to people in different cities. Let me show you. Look at this website here. Okay, can you see my screen? Is that true?
Yeah.
Let me show you. For example, I joined this group here. English, they're talking about live. Join. It says click here anywhere. Let's listen.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Let's practice English together.
Okay.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you. And you?
Me too. Where are you from?
I am from Mexico.
Oh, that's great. Is he your friend?
I hear an echo. So if you're not speaking, maybe turn off your mic so we don't hear an
Okay,
echo.
did you understand how to use this website? So you can
Because
join.
right now we're hearing echo.
You get it? So let me show you the website before we continue with the class. It's not necessary to log in. You can like practice English, you can practice different languages. Okay? You have the link there. So now let's continue with our next lesson.
For free?
Yeah, of course, it's for free. It's for free. You can practice, you can discuss with people from different countries, you can share ideas. As you can see here, sometimes you can find people who explain grammar, okay? Sometimes.
Mhm.
So now let's continue. Let's continue with this lesson. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you say this word? You know, this is a waitress, and this is a waiter. You know this word, right? Waitress, waiter, is that true? Continue. Good.
Yes.
This is a croissant. Croissant, okay? Croissant. Yes, croissant is not croissant, no. Croissant.
French.
It's a French word, of course, but even
Mm.
in English, we pronounce like French people, of course. Like croissant. I want to drink a cup of coffee in a croissant. Yeah. Questions? No questions? Great.
No.
Then we have the word single use. Single use means that you can use once. Okay? Once. Single use. Cloth is the material, the fabric, tela. It's a general word. Okay? Did you understand? Next, much, combinar, okay? Outdoor activities, indoor activities. You got that word? Outdoor, yes? Good, good. This is an apron. This is an apron. Apron. Plastic gloves. Gloves, you know gloves, but this is plastic. Plastic gloves. Questions? No?
I use latex gloves.
Plastic gloves, right?
I use latex gloves.
You use latex. But what is the
Yeah.
difference that maybe you have, for
It's
example,
different because this is the plastic is thin.
yeah, my question is when you use your latex gloves, how many times do you use it? Once or a lot of times?
Once.
One. So you can say single use latex?
Yes.
Gloves. For example, when people, I mean, La Tía Veneno in Peru, for example, when she sells their products, or her products, of course, and she uses single-use plastic gloves. She doesn't use single-use latex glove because I think it's more expensive. Is that true? Or not? All right. But we call that, but we say that in English. Next, this is a cap. This is the handle, and this is the saucer. This is a kind of glass that this is for kids. The beaker, and this is a mug.
No.
Questions? Mug.
Beaker is a trainer cup, trainer mug.
Yeah, it could be, but it's like vaso para principiantes, in other words.
Yeah, I know. My kid used to
A
use
beaker.
that.
You use a beaker,
Yes.
of course, a beaker. And this is the mug, and this is the cap and the saucer. The saucer is just for the cap. It's not for eating. Okay? It's just for the cap. Next, this is a tray, fuente, a tray. And you know cloth, tela, mask, cloth mask. Okay? Next. Okay, so before we continue, let me ask some questions. And Denise, how many times have you been to a restaurant or cafe since the COVID-19 pandemic began? You know?
Jimmy, start, please.
Oh, Jimmy, you please.
In a restaurant, on cafe, since I come in. No, never.
You have never been to a cafe?
No, not yet. No, to a restaurant. No.
Or a restaurant?
No.
You don't eat when you go out, you don't go restaurants, right?
No, I
What?
don't. I didn't go to restaurant
And
since
where?
the pandemic began.
Oh, when the pandemic began. Okay. Okay. Jimmy, do you think we will be wearing masks for the unforeseeable future?
Yes, of course. I used to the mask, for example. Now, no, the people don't like to use, but I still use.
The mask.
Yes.
And my question, did you see people wearing masks in your country before COVID-19?
Yes. Yes, of
Where?
course. For example, the health workers, no, and used
Hospital.
to. Yes.
Okay, and this is pretty common there, but like common people or when people they live, they don't use mask, right?
No, it's not. It no was usual, but some. I remember sometimes I saw, and some people.
You remember that sometimes you saw people wearing mask. Okay, okay.
Well,
Maybe because they were sick, right?
and yes, probably. For example,
Probably.
patients with tuberculosis or maybe other,
Tuberculosis, yeah.
or maybe
Oh,
other kind of disease.
other kind
Really.
of disease. Okay. How often do you eat croissants?
Croissants. Maybe once a month, no?
Once a
Because
month.
my sister used to cook.
Your sister used to cook, so now she doesn't cook, but you used to.
Mm.
Oh, okay, that's so cool. That's so cool. So now let's continue here. And we have this amazing picture. So now, Denise, let's start with you. Denise, please, what can you see here? Where is she? What is she doing? What is she holding? Can you tell me?
I think she's a waitress,
She's a
and
waitress
she's wearing a black apron, holding a tray with a cup of tea,
with a
or
cup of
maybe a cup of water, because
okay.
I can see the color,
Okay.
and also a croissant,
A
croissant,
croissant, a
also
croissant.
croissant.
No,
Also, I see a
no.
croissant.
Croissant, yes, croissant.
Croissant. Also, she's wearing the plastic gloves because
Single use plastic gloves. Why?
single-use plastic glove because maybe the owner asked her to use that or wear that and and
In order to
for be
avoid,
in
in
order
order to avoid,
to sing more hygienist,
okay,
the restaurant.
okay. And yes, the mask. What?
Also, he's wearing the clothes mask because we are in the pandemic and they are obligated.
Okay, it looks like she is in a cafe, in a school, in a park. Where?
Um, Cafeteria.
In a cafeteria. Okay, cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
It could be. What about her makeup? Her makeup and the clothes mask.
Her makeup.
Yes, her makeup. The same color, the same color.
It's the same color, brown with
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, what happened? For example, imagine that I want to go to a party, white t-shirt and black pants. Do they combine or they
Match
matches with her?
makeup.
Okay, with a clothes mask. So you can say her makeup matches with her clothes mask. Okay, did you understand?
Yeah. Yes.
That's great. That's great. And okay, thank you. Jimmy, where is the croissant?
From France?
No, where is that croissant?
Okay. It's in the
In the
tray.
On or in the tray?
In the train.
On the train.
On the train.
Now, on the tray because train, tren, tray. Where is the cup of coffee or maybe cup of tea? Where?
On the tray too.
On the tray too, but just on the tray or on this? What is this?
On the
On the
sauce.
On the saucer.
Saucer.
On the saucer, yes, of course. And how do we call this?
I don't
Handle?
remember.
Handle, of course. This is a handle. This is a
handle.
handle. Yes, Jimmy, I have a question. How does she feel? What do you think?
She's thinking.
Okay, but how does she feel? She might be.
She might be peaceful.
Okay, what else? What else? What do you think are, or what do you think the requirements for being a waitress are?
I think it's a croissant and coffee.
No, this is not the question. The question is, what do you think the requirements or what do you need to be a waitress?
Okay. You need to be a kind person,
A kind
people.
person,
because you need to
talk
with the people, and you need to be careful with the words, and with the service.
Okay, what about this word? You need patience, right?
Patience.
You need patience, of course. And what about this one?
Flexible and empty. No, how do you say empathy? Empatia. Empático.
Yes, or sympathetic.
Sympathetic.
Of course. Oh, that's great. That's great. Good job. Good job. So this is my description. And this is a picture of a waitress. It looks like she works at an outdoor cafe. You didn't use the word outdoor. She's wearing a black cloth mask and is wearing single-use plastic. You mentioned, Denise mentioned that she's in the center. Remember, in the background, in the foreground, or in the center. Okay? And she is holding a brown tray. I imagine, guys, remember that you can say, I guess, I think, I suppose, because you are not totally sure about what you are saying. I can say, for example, maybe she's worried about something. So instead of saying, I think she is worried, you can say, I guess, or she might be.
I guess.
She might be worried. Supongo, creo, podría ser que. It looks like she might be worried because, you know, in the pandemic, you used to be stressed because you might think that you can die one day, I think. Next, they will have a brown apron and match and croissant. Remember that we say croissant. Croissant, café. El café, el lugar se llama café. Café. Y lo que bebemos es coffee. Coffee. Did you understand? Questions? Let's go. Activity 2. Now, guys, let's continue with this part. This is a radiator. Radiator. You got the word? Radiator, you remember?
Radiator.
Yes. This is the copy machine or the photocopier. This. And this is the photocopier lid. This is the photocopier lid. If you Google lid is this. Go here. Wait a minute. You cannot see my Google browser, and then you say, for example, lid pot. Let me show you. Can you see? This is a pot lid. You got it? This is a lid. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a pot lid. This is. Yes, this is a lid. Una tapa.
Lid.
Yes, if you
Ah.
use a bottle lid is this. This is a lid.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is not good for the environment, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this is what we call the copy machine or the photocopier lid. Then we have tilt. Tilt means inclinar, reclinar, ladear, tilt. For example, the bird tilted its head. Okay?
Mhm.
So then we have the hand sanitizer. What is the hand sanitizer? Gel.
Gel clean? No, gel.
El gel antibacterial, el hand sanitizer.
No sanitizer.
Yes, then we have the cartridge. Cartridge, cartuchos con tinta, cartridge. La tinta we call ink. Ink, tinta,
Yeah.
ink, cartuchos, cartridge. In plural, we say cartridges. Okay?
Cartridges.
Yes, plural form. Continue. This is a rolling office chair. This is a chair in the office, of course, or for the office, but it's rolling. Rolling
Roland.
yes, rolling office chair. This is what we call. This is a pin board where you can like pin, of course, pins. It's not pines, just pins. Next word. This is a till open. Look at the difference. When you have a till open window, because in English we say till open window and turn open window, you occasionally have a turn open window, right? In your house.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, in the US, people use till open windows in the attic. Okay? This is in the attic, and this is the turn open. You know the difference between till open and turn open window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have air out. Air something out or air out something means orear algo, orear. Okay? Then we have pin something up, pinear, fijar con tachuelas, pin something up or pin up something, like air something out, air out something. Questions?
No. Pin is similar to target?
No, pin es tachuela. Pin es esa cosita roja, como chinches. En Perú le dicen chinches. Ese es un pin. En plural, pins. En este caso, pin something up es hacer esto. Pinear. Poner chinches. Fijar con tachuelas. Then we have plat. In English, we call this plat. What is plat? Ropa que tiene diseño o patrón de cuadraditos. Okay? This is plat. In English, we have different, like, this is, for example, a plat shirt, camisa de cuadros, okay? You can say a striped shirt. What is a striped shirt? Camisa o polo,
Rayas.
a rayas. This is a stripe, and this is, oh, you can call it, instead of saying plat, you can say checked. Check the shirt. Check the shirt, camisa a cuadros, en lugar de decir plat. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to use this one, you can say dotted shirt con puntitos.
Puntitos.
This is dotted, then you have a stripe, then you have check, then you have plat. Okay? You can also use baggy clothes. Baggy clothes or baggy shirt. Ropa holgada. Holgada, which is different because it's not oversized. Oversized t-shirt, it's like very bigger. Is that okay? It's bigger. La ropa oversize es una ropa que te queda demasiado grande, es como 3 tallas más que tú. Pero la ropa baggy es solamente un poco más, es ropa holgada, que no te queda ajustado, ¿ok? Then we have las mangas. Mangas tenemos sleeve. You can say es long sleeve shirt. Long sleeve shirt, que es una camisa de manga.
Larga.
Manga larga. Y si quieres manga corta, va a ser short sleeve shirt. Okay? Short sleeve shirt. You can also use, for example, V-neck shirt. Cuello.
B.
Cuello, ajá, exactamente. Cuello B. Let's come back. Let's come back. So this is the plaid skirt, the plaid shirt, the plaid whatever, a cuadros. Line up, it has two meanings. Es line up, formar en filas. Well, we have to line up. Tenemos que formarnos en filas. When you're at school, for example, you say, hey, please line up, guys, line up, line up. Line up, fórmense en fila. Fila india. And line something up means alinear. So, hey, everybody line up, or do you want me to line you up? Alíñense o quieren que yo los alinee. You see? Did you understand? ¿Se entendió? Good.
Ajá.
To dress up, in English, you have, it has two meanings. To dress up means vestirse elegantemente, okay? And also, you can say, for example, like when you wear a costume, do you know a costume?
Custom.
You see? Custom, costumbre, disfraz. Let me show you. This is a tricky word. This word is really tricky. Custom, costumbre. Acuérdate, custom, costumbre. Custom, costumbre. You got it? Y se pronuncia custom. Aquí tenemos disfraz. Costume. Disfraz es costume. You got it? Disfraz, costume, costumbre, custom. Carlos, ¿cómo me puedo acordar? Lo que yo hacía era lo siguiente. Esta palabra significa costumbre. ¿Costumbre en qué termina? En E, ¿sí o no? Entonces, cuando pronuncie en inglés, pronunciaré con E. Y por defecto, lo demás lo haré con U. Custom, custom. Costumbre, custom. ¿Sí? Great, great, great. So now let's discuss this question. The first question is for Jimmy, would you dress professionally if you were going to an empty office?
Empty office.
Yes, you can see anybody. There's no one here. There's no one.
Depends on. For example, if everybody in the office used to wear and dress professionally, and maybe I used to wear like this, no? But if some people, a few people used to wear casual, and maybe I'm wearing that kind of clothes. Not necessarily for empty or no, depends of the office.
Okay.
But if I work at home, maybe obviously I wear my home clothes.
Your home clothes, or you can say casual clothes, ropa casual, okay? And remember that you say justa, solía, and usually, usualmente. So you can say, well, if everybody usually wear casual clothes or they dress up, muy buen. If they dress up, si se visten elegantemente, so I will do, or I will. But if not, si no, don't worry. Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Denise, I have a question. If you work remotely, online, have you changed what you wear compared to when you were in the office or in the place where you work?
Talking about my courses, because I can, in my case, my job is different, so I have to work face to face.
You have to face this. But somebody, I
but
think.
if I I have my course online.
Mhm.
I will use my casual clothes
Your casual.
because well, if I don't turn on the camera,
And
also my
how-
pajamas,
You wear your pajamas, of course, your pajamas.
pajamas,
Yes, pajamas, of course. And how do you feel with your pajamas or maybe with baggy clothes?
comfortable,
Comfortable, yes,
comfortable.
it's better,
Yes.
it's better, of course. I see what you mean. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's continue here with the last question for Jimmy. Jimmy, if you work in an office, who is responsible for your copy machine?
There are a guy that work manage the copy machine.
Manage, great, manage, administra, muy bueno para manage, administra. Okay, the copy machine, okay?
Mhm.
Do you have to pay when you want to make a copy?
Repeat this.
Do you have to pay when you want to make a copy?
No, because it's the office.
It's in the office.
Uh-huh.
How do you say it's gratis?
It's for free.
It's for free. It's for free. Of course, it's for free. It's for free. Okay. And that would be all for now, guys. Before we leave the class, do you have any questions? Today, well, this was the picture. El día de hoy, ustedes ya saben este tipo de vocabularios. ¿Cómo se dice silla con rueditas? Rolling, office,
Rollies office chair.
chair. ¿Cómo se dice el gel antibacterial? Hand
Sanitizer,
sanitizer. ¿Cómo se dice esta ropa con cuadritos? Blazer.
No.
¿Cómo sería? Este aquí es un blazer, pero ¿cómo diría que es un blazer marrón con cuadritos? Sería un brown check o plat. Blazer, recuerda que plat es a cuadritos. What is she wearing? ¿Qué está usando? She is wearing a, como digo, una máscara de tela a rayas. She is wearing a white stripe cloth mask. Ya se dan cuenta. ¿Cómo se dice esta ventana? This is a tilt open, a tilt window or a turn window. Tilt open window or turn open window. What is that? A tilt open window porque se abre así. No se abre así como normalmente abrimos. How do we call la tapa de algo? This is the lid. The lid. ¿Cómo se llama esta pizarrita? Donde ponemos pegar con chinches. ¿Se acuerdan? Pin. The pinboard. The pinboard. ¿Cómo se llama el verbo? Oye, ponle pines aquí al pinboard. Okay, you need to pin something. Pin the paper up on the pinboard. ¿Te das cuenta? Okay, so we're gonna stop here, guys. Remember that you need to review the words. Traten de chequear. Yo les he puesto ahí respuestas. Revisen. Y todo el vocabulario de la clase de hoy. ¿Alguna consulta antes de cerrar sesión? No questions?
No questions.
It was a pleasure for me to be here with you today, and I hope to see you in our next lesson. Bye-bye. Take care.
Nice. Take care.